We're going live? Are we live?
We are live.
I'm hoping a bunch of people are on the live feed because I promoted it twice today. So I think a few people are going to join us today. We're hanging out here at Chick. We've got our boy B.Lat.
Yo, what's going on?
He just got you taking notes, and I don't know what that exactly. Did you take your notes?
I took notes. Yeah.
I took notes.
Yeah, I took lots of notes.
We have Tom. We have Tom here. Andrew Shaw, obviously.
Yeah.
And we're hanging out here. FLW Tour is going to start on Thursday, and I wanted to come live with you guys. And also, this live is presented by Simply Safe. Now, Simply Safe is the security system I have at my house, in my office, and they do a phenomenal job. So we're going to drop a link in the description. Do me a huge favor, guys. Check out the link. Check out Simply Safe. If you guys need a security system for your home that's reliable, that's affordable, it's just awesome. So we'll talk more about that in a little bit, but check out Simply Safe. We'll drop the link down below. Chick, day one of practice is in the books. What do you think? What do you think?
Ask B.Lat. He has notes.
Oh, yeah, you
Fish
took
is
notes.
good.
Huh?
Yeah, fish is good.
How good?
It's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fish caught.
Yeah.
Probably going to be big ones. It's
Let's see your
Chickamauga.
hands. Let me see your hands. Do you have any scratches?
No, we don't catch fish in practice.
No scratches?
No. We don't catch fish in practice. We talking about practice.
I caught a lot of
Practice
fish today.
We
I
don't
set the
catch
hook
fish.
on them today. I didn't care.
Really?
I did.
I don't catch
But I didn't
fish
catch any
in
big ones. What
practice.
about you?
No, no big ones.
The big ones?
No, not a big one.
Wow.
I caught one about 9.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I did catch one like 5.5 and then on a swim bait.
9 inches. But
Oh,
I did catch
hell
5.5
yeah.
pounder. For real, 5.5 pounder. On one of those line throws.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I caught
Yeah.
one about 4, I guess, and then broke the rod.
Really?
Tried to swing it.
Yeah, look at all the rods I have. This is what you call confusion, guys, right here. Literally have, what, is there like a dozen rods? I think there's 12 rods here. Everything, and here's the thing, it's like this time of the year, we've been here in June, and in June it's pretty much offshore. Now we're here 1st of May.
Not even April.
Well, I know, but the tournament will start first part of May. And there's going to be, what do you think, a split right down the middle of fish on the bank and still trying to get out?
I actually say probably it's heavy on the bank.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
it's actually heavy. Probably like 70-30.
Yeah, might
Maybe
be.
80-20.
Yeah.
It might be. It might be. So here's what we're going to do. I actually did 2 posts today, and I asked you guys to drop some questions down below. So let me get the phone. I don't know where. Here it is, right here. So we have some questions from you guys. And also keep dropping comments on the live feed, and we will try to answer a few of those as well. So I read this earlier, and someone wanted to know, I don't know where it is. I'll find the guy's name. But he wanted to know, when are you going to post day 4 at Seminole?
When I get time.
Really?
Yeah, when
All
I
right.
get time. When I
All
get
right.
it figured out. And
I saw
edited.
that earlier when I was going through
Yeah.
it. The dude was like, hey, oh, here it is. It was DW Outdoors. I
Maybe
need to know when
sometime in
B-Lat's
between
dropping.
this tournament and Champlain, maybe. We hadn't had any downtime, so
You
Yeah.
need a Brandon. You
Yeah.
need a Brandon.
nobody can be me.
A Brandon.
Brandon.
All right.
Nobody can be me.
Let's see
How much
here.
would you pay Brandon? How much more would you pay him than Scott would?
$1,000 more per
There you
week.
go, Brandon.
Dang.
Per week.
There you go. And you only have to do the Seminole video now. There you go. There's your work.
Well, we've got 2 wins in the house so far, and John Cox came in 2nd yesterday at the Bassmaster Open,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is crazy. He almost won that.
Yeah.
So me and Tom and John are the only 3 left to win.
2 tournaments to go.
2 tournaments,
3.
well, 3
Well,
if you get
3.
the cup.
Yeah,
There you
3 to
We're
go.
all in cup contention right now, so
There you
that's good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a question. What's the best specific bait to flip under a dock other than a jig? And that's from Elijah Clay Stock. What's the best bait to flip under a dock other than a jig? There it is right there. What is that?
A worm.
Well, I know, but what kind is it?
It's just a
Just a straight
straight
tail
tail
worm.
Just a straight tail worm?
That's
Yeah,
worm.
just a straight tail
You just
worm.
skip it like a little hook?
You can put it like a shaky head, a Texas rig.
Anything.
Anything.
Yeah?
Wacky
Anything.
rig. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Andrew?
I mean, it just kind of depends if they're up high in the water or if they're down,
Yeah.
on the bottom. I mean, if they're up high, I throw a swim jig.
Yeah.
If they're on the bottom, I like to throw a shaky head, actually. That's kind of my thing.
What about you?
I'm gonna say the fish under the dock are probably gonna eat about any bait you throw underneath it. So make it easy on yourself. Throw a flat-sided bait, the beaver style. I use like a bunker
Yeah, here,
hog from Berkeley.
A what?
A bunker hog.
A bunker.
You got to bust those bunkers. You got to go get the hog out of
I
there.
gotta find my bait here. Y'all
But
keep
seriously,
talking.
a flat-sided bait, anything like a beaver style bait, it's flat-sided. It's going to skip better. If you peg your sinker on there, you can skip it easier. Throw it in there. Hey, if you got to finesse them, I agree. Like the worm is going to work. But something flat-sided like that's just going to make life a lot easier to get it back where they live. Half the time, it's where you put the bait. It's not the bait itself. Just get it way back there.
Well, I was gonna try to find I think that the young guy that was hanging out here, I think he took my bait. I had a bandito bug. I think he ganked it. Did you take my bandito bug? No. Where'd it go?
That's what they always say. People steal. I always say I didn't take
He
it.
got it. Check his pockets. But anyways, the bandito bug is what I like. I'm just kidding with you, man. The bandito bug skips good, and when I designed that bait, that was the whole reason, you know, to have that thing where it could skip good up underneath stuff. So the bandito bug for me was probably the best thing for flipping. All right. Any good questions popping up on the screen?
Oh, I haven't been following. But you were reading those questions.
No, but I mean, is there any good ones there from the fan base?
What's the best way to use a swim bait?
Best way to use a swim bait?
Ooh.
I'll show you a couple things that are kind of cool. Check this out. So here's 3 swim baits rigged up. Here's one that is what we call a line through. And this is good for like running down the banks. It's real, you know, it's not real heavy. It's got a treble hook on the bottom of it, and it's a line through. See how that bait slides up and down your line? And that's a good one for like up shallow, especially this time of year where there's some fish still cruising or spawning. And then your second kind of swim bait is that one there. That's a good one. Wouldn't you agree?
Jig Head.
You threw that a little bit today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Little 3/4 ounce head, and that's what you're going to fish out deep. You know, like 12 to 20 foot. And then the other style is just your weedless one. You know, like a Big Easy or something. What do you like, B.Lat?
You know, I'm not much on the big swim baits. Throw a lot of 3-inch swim baits just on a round ball jig head. But when it gets much bigger than 4, I don't really spend a lot of time with them. Not to say they don't catch fish. I don't spend much time with them. It's just not my thing. So 4 inches or less, keep it simple. Round ball jig head, light wire hook, light line.
Very good. Somebody's giving you love. Spots. B.Lat, they're good. Spots 2200. He wants to go fishing with you.
All right.
So just hit him up. Just go to my page. Check it out.
2200.
Yeah.
It's got 2,200 spots.
2200
Like, dude,
spots.
your GPS is going to be full now.
Right.
You want to go with him.
All right. Well, I'm trying to read some more. Any good questions popping up?
I had one for you, Tom. How would you fish fork this time of year with the shad spawn?
Matt Airy, it's off limits. You can't. Hey, the bass tournament, you can't ask right now, but
Public.
it's.
No, it's public.
Oh.
Public answer. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Matt. Well, I know. I'm glad you wanted to know. But
It's not
how are you
bad.
going to catch fish on fork right now? Is that the question?
During the shad spawn.
During the shad spawn, they're going to be on like a lot of points out there, flat points, and chatterbait, spinnerbait, topwater's great, jerk baits. But look for the bait. You'll see that a lot of the birds in the morning, the herons and the egrets. Look for those, and then just work those shad baits around them. You'll catch them for sure.
Yeah. Early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Super early. Like, get out there, like this time of light, or this kind of light early in the morning.
We
It's
can't
like-
practice that early though.
I know.
We
Well, I'd
have
love
to be
to
on
be
the water
fishing
at a
right
set
now,
time.
actually.
Yeah.
So Andrew, tell me about this one guy here. I can't pronounce his name, but he wants to know about your tournament win. What do you think? What do you think about it? Like, what are you feeling?
Oh, it's great. You know, I got a good pep talk from B.Lat on the morning of day 4, and he sent me a really nice text message.
Really?
It got me on. Oh man, like it was like a 3-page text message at 4 in the morning.
3 pages.
At 4 in the morning, and that was what woke me up. My alarm didn't even wake me up,
He didn't go back to
and
sleep.
and I didn't go back to sleep. It was game over. But yeah, it was pretty inspirational. You know, it's crazy that I was able to pull that off. But you know, now that B.Lat and I both won, you know, Scott's. You know,
I want to know what was the best part in his text message. What was the one thing that you were like you held on to for the day?
I think it was more of the fact that he texted me at 4 in the morning. He woke up, literally woke up at 4 in the morning to text
I've really
me.
been waking up like, dude, when I get in a zone and I start
Dude,
waking
like,
up, I just
was
wake
like,
up like that.
You know, like he went out of his way at 4 in the morning to wake up and send me a text message.
You know what I did?
Yeah, you
I
walked out. You walked
I walked out on the balcony in my boxers,
in his boxers
barely
and filmed
boxers,
me.
okay, and filmed you taking off.
In
I
your
could see-
birthday suit?
Yeah.
Said, don't choke.
Yeah.
See ya.
It was cold
He's
outside.
like, hey, there he is,
It
right
was
there.
cold.
He's right there.
I was like a scared turtle, man. I'm not kidding. I walked out that door. I was like, whoa, hey now, hey
A
now.
little drafty. A
Yeah.
little drafty.
So again, guys, this live feed that we're doing is presented by Simply Safe. And again, you know, you saw a couple videos of me talking about Simply Safe. It was so easy to install. Here's the thing: they sent the box of Simply Safe cameras and all the door sensors and all the different window chimes and everything, and me and Brandon installed it like in what, 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. I mean, it was simple. All they had batteries inside of them, so if your power goes out, if you
Still
lose
runs.
power, it still runs. Your
Yeah.
alarm's still going to work. It's also hooked up to they're going to call the cops if someone breaks in, so you have a 24-hour monitoring for that. And it has that camera. I love the camera because I can literally go on my phone anytime I want and look in my office. And if someone was in there, I could see them, or if the kids left the door open to the garage, I mean, whatever, you can kind of monitor my whole thing. So Simply Safe is the deal. There's a lot of different security systems out there to get, but Simply Safe, I think it's the best one because it's just a peace of mind where I can literally turn it off and turn on. Amelia had to go get some tackle out of the office at the last tournament. And so I said, it's in there. So she said, well, how am I going to get in and turn the alarm off? So I turned the alarm off by my phone. And then she went in there, she grabbed the tackle box, and she went up to the camera. And she held it up, and she's like, is this it? And I was like looking at my phone. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Perfect. And then she left, and I locked it back. So
That's crazy.
it's really cool. So we're going to drop a link down below. Again, do me a huge favor, guys, and check out Simply Safe. Just check out the link. Share it to as many people as you can. And if you know anybody needing a good security system, be sure to jump all over that for
So
sure.
you know if Tom tries to break into your garage and steals your secret bait.
That's right.
Your secret stash of wiggle warts or whatever it may
I don't
be.
have a secret stash of wiggle warts. I thought I had good wiggle warts, but when I started going through them all, they're all like the new ones.
Oh yeah.
They're
See,
not
that's-
any good.
Yeah.
can't tell the difference.
They just put them on eBay and they tell you it's the old one.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, Tom. Like now you have like proof if he goes in there and tries to take your
Exactly.
bait.
So I just started taking stuff out of his truck
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
He doesn't
All
have
right,
to.
so that's another question from some of the people hanging out with us. By the way, I appreciate it, guys. This was kind of impromptu, but we just wanted to hang out and see what's up. So throw something at us, Tom.
Tom.
Brandon.
Brandon.
I have a question for them. Who's going to meet us at Chickamauga and cook dinner tonight? I mean, it's like 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
that'd be nice.
That's
Everybody
my
wants to go
question.
fishing. How about
Dude,
that?
Well,
there's a
I
sushi
do have
place.
to say that Adam Nation did donate $50.
Really?
Yeah.
Adam Nation
Adam
donated $50.
Yes.
No kidding.
Wow.
Dude, awesome.
We had a
Very
couple
awesome.
other smaller donations, but
Very good.
figured that one needed a
Awesome.
shout out. But one of the
All right.
one of the questions someone asked was, is there a topwater bite post spawn here on Chick?
I'm sure there is. I didn't really try it today, but that definitely is going to happen.
Anywhere you go in post spawn, like that's when the fish really start feeding up. They're trying to kind of recoup
Yeah.
from that spawn, and they're gonna eat. They're gonna eat a lot, and that's a great time to go out there with your favorite walking bait, popar or something like that, to catch buzzbait. And you know, the nastier day, the better. I mean, you can catch a lot of fish on a topwater. I know Tom loves throwing a topwater.
And brim beds too. I mean, it's going to be
Yeah,
that
brim
season.
beds, yeah.
That's the shad spawn and brim spawn or
Yeah.
bluegill spawn
Turn
right
the light
after.
on. I got to turn the light on. Keep talking because we're
So-
losing our light. I'm going to turn the back
So the poppers and the all the little prop baits and stuff, man, that gets really good this time
Like
of
a
year.
bronze bee or something like
Yeah,
that.
somebody's gonna, especially if the water's up around bushes and stuff, man, it gets really good.
Yeah.
B.Lat's not saying anything. He said there's gonna be good fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, there's
So-
good fish,
so let's
there's
hear
lots of
about
fish.
the topwater. Let's
I
hear
don't know.
about it.
I don't know why everybody assumed it was all post spawn. Topwater is great for spawning fish too.
No,
There's a lot of fish spawning right now, and there's nothing more annoying to a bass, especially when it's in a shallow water column, than to put something over the top of his head that's making a bunch of noise.
So what's your favorite topwater for Chickamauga right now?
In the last 5 hours.
In the last
I
5
got,
hours?
I got like 3 topwaters, well, probably 4 that I use this time of year. One's gonna be a prop bait, big devil's horse, boy howdy, a big spook. I like them big, loud, and noisy, and things that stay in the same place.
But your
And,
swim baits, you like small, subtle, and
Yeah,
light wire.
yeah, because I use those for spotted bass.
Oh, okay.
I don't really
gotcha,
get into
gotcha.
the big swim bait stuff. And of course, I throw Buzzbait and like a.
I think they're gonna
like
smash a buzzbait this week, especially if
Maybe
it gets a little
so.
cloudy.
I like just the way I think they're setting up. I think I like stuff that starts a little bit better right now. I like the continuous winding stuff when they're done with
Yeah.
beds better.
Done. Yeah.
So yeah.
It's
Water's
like
hot enough.
Kentucky Lake last year. Perfect example, right? It's almost same time of year.
Yeah.
They're in transition. It was tough, and I don't know if you ended up catching a check, but I know like you were catching on popper pretty good.
Yeah,
in practice,
poplar
right?
and cranking.
Yeah,
Yeah, mostly cranking.
like a lot of.
Yeah, that's anytime they get in that shallow water column and the water's anywhere from 65 to 70s, just throw it.
And that was the thing. Like I was shocked
Send
at the
it.
water temperature out here today.
Yeah.
Like it was 67.
That's not 64.
Same as it is where I live. So
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would actually be maybe.
I thought it was gonna be warmer. Just
maybe
because
like
of Cherokee.
72,
Yeah.
73.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's about the same thing at home, 65 to 70.
Well, Cherokee was warming up like very fast. Like I mean, it was hitting like 70s by the
Because
last
the
day.
current keeps it cool too.
Yeah, it
All right,
might.
so here's a good question. This will be a good one for all the people that are still watching. From Lucky Blake, and his question is, what does it take to be a pro angler? So what's a quick piece of advice to be a pro angler? If you just a quick little thing, Tom, throw it at him.
A wife that makes a lot of money.
Very
That's-
good. That's the best answer yet. That is the best answer yet. Just do that, guys.
Keep it real.
Win the lottery.
I think for me it would be fish the BFLs
No doubt.
and then move up to the coastas and fish co-angler first, then move over to the boater side. That gives you the ability to kind of travel around the country a little bit and fish, kind of out of your element. And if you're doing good with that, then you can make the move. And at that point, you can start trying to get some sponsors. You're going to start traveling a little bit more. So I think the best road to being a pro is co-angler, then work your way up to the coastas, travel around and get comfortable. Just get comfortable, because all these lakes are so different. We were at Cherokee last week, and completely opposite of this place.
Yeah.
Now we're here. We'll be at Lake Champlain in a month, completely different from here. So you just got to be used to fishing different stuff. What do you think, Andrew?
I mean, I agree completely. I think you always start in the BFLs. You got to learn how to do it on your own. Team tournaments are great, and learning from somebody else is great in that atmosphere. I got to catch 3, he's got to catch 2, whatever it may be. But you've got to learn how to do it on your own. You got to learn how to go out and cull your own fish, catch your own bass, find your own bass, and do it all by yourself. The best piece of advice that I could give you is stop worrying about sponsors. Like, first and foremost, let your fishing do the talking at first. Learn how to fish first, and then worry about getting sponsors. Just learn how to fish. And, don't stop learning. Keep studying, and always perfect your craft. I learned something new today. I can't really talk about it because I've got 3 competitors nearby, but I learned something brand new today. So,
Ooh.
I mean, at
Ooh.
any given time, you never know what
Really?
might happen.
Really? Here's a good question for B.Lat. Really good one. Let's see how good you can answer this one. You ready? You guys ready? Major question here. From Zach Fishing Life. B.Lat, how do you cast a plastic worm on a bait caster?
I don't. I don't.
What do you do?
I use spinning rods.
Really?
Yeah.
Worm?
Yeah, for worm. Like, I'm assuming he's talking about like a shaky head. Be more specific. What is his name? Matt?
It's Zach Fishing Life.
Zach Fishing. A little bit more
How do you
specific.
cast a plastic worm on a bait
But
caster?
but most of the time, if I'm using a worm, it's probably on a spinning rod. Unless it's like a old monster or something and I'm flipping.
That was kind of a difficult one. I'll
Yeah.
throw that out there and see how you'd take it. So.
Don't.
I got a
Spinning rod.
question for B.Lat.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guide on Hartwell.
I do. Not during the season. During the fall, I do a little bit of guiding, but there's just no time. There's no downtime in between tournaments to do anything.
It's family time
In the
between
spring.
tournaments.
All right. So there's
Pretty
just,
much. Yeah.
there's just a dumb person on the comments right now.
Hey,
Go ahead, bud.
I want to tell everyone watching, if you're around Chattanooga, Tennessee, Lake Chicamauga, come to the weigh-in. We're going to have the SMC tent set up. Billy will be here in a couple days. We're going to have a bunch of SMC hats. We'll all be hanging out, doing a lot of stuff. We'll be here all the way through Sunday, no matter what. So come down to the weigh-in in Dayton. I guess it's in Dayton, right?
Yeah.
So come and hang out with us. It'd be fun. So I am trying to find one more good question. Is there any more popping up, Brandon, that you see?
What bait do you recommend for spring bass fishing?
Man, spring's like everything. I mean, like literally, it's spring, and you see I have 13 rods on the deck of my boat. That's spring. But for the most part, soft plastics, right? I mean, soft plastics will get you through every day of the week in the spring, because you can flip it, you can, you know, fish it out deep, a little bit shallower, skip under docks, whatever. Anything, Texas rig, creature bait, it's probably the best thing to fish in the spring. If you just had to pick one, you know, you can kind of get by with all that. So, all right, well, I think that's about it. There's a lot of questions here. I appreciate all the input. It was hard to kind of read through a lot of those, but maybe we'll do another one this weekend for the weigh-in or something.
Well,
Maybe we'll do something.
we might pick one of the best questions and we'll answer it in a podcast.
We could do that. We are going to do a podcast. I'll go through some of these, and I'll throw some extra answers back to you guys for all that. So appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks Simply Safe for putting this video together for us. Thanks Tom, Andrew, B.Lat hanging out. And we got a little fan base back here watching us here. Say what's up.
And Rob.
And Rob.
What's Rob doing?
Nothing.
Tell everybody hi.
Hi.
And not awkwardly.
All right, guys. We're gone. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later. Bam!